thing to consider that I think of is if you start increasing the class size and you start losing the students and you start losing gifted programs, you start losing all these things that I feel that kids should have and are entitled to, and if you start cutting the budget and they don't have these, then is it fair that maybe consolidating with another school district that can offer these services and offer the best? Is Winthrop Harbor great now? Yeah, absolutely. Once you start cutting, I don't know where that's going, and it's worrisome to see that. And I think the kids are the main reason. Consolidating, it sounds so huge, but then you think, well, it'll probably be the same school and different leaders. I mean, do I want to be involved? Absolutely. So while am I for consolidation? I'm not saying yippee because nobody wants it, but if it's best for the kids and if it gives them the opportunity, you know, if they had the same thing as Lake Forest, I mean, we don't, but, you know, if you have these opportunities and you can offer these to these kids, I think they grow so much, and they have through the years, and I'm afraid with the cuts of what's coming that they may not be where they are today. So I don't think I answered that very well, but thank you.
I don't see consolidation as being viable and beneficial for us, so no, I don't like the idea. It would be more costly to us. We run our schools better and at a lower cost than the others. So it's in our best interest to keep our identity. I would compliment our team and our leaders that work with the other feeder districts now. We do work to coordinate the curriculum, and that's been happening with the other school districts in the high school. That's been a positive. And there's other ways we're looking to share services right now that could save us money while still keeping our own identity and our own control over what we do and the achievement we make. So again, I'm with most of us that that isn't going to work the other way. Thanks.
I agree with Cindy. I think it's bad, and bad. I think our small schools are one of our best assets. I think it's one of the scariest propositions that are coming forward. We're going to lose a voice. It's the smallest voice that we have to speak. It's, you know, the governor and the legislators are going to make that voice, and we don't have any direct input into their decisions. I would urge you to write them. But if they do consolidate, they will disband this board, and they will make a board of the larger district. So the school board will then be making decisions on, say it's Zion, Winthrop Harbor, Beach Park. It just won't be on Winthrop Harbor, so you'll lose some voice there. And if it is true that the taxes will go up, that's the last thing I want is my taxes to go to another school district. If my taxes are going up, I want them to stay in our district with our children, and so I'm opposed to the consolidation.
Well, I oppose the consolidation as well. I'm sure there's some pros that we haven't thought about here tonight, but that's also something that Governor Quinn hasn't shared with us yet either, or what he thinks the pros are behind his idea. I think there's a lot of cons. I think they have been spoken very well tonight. I'm not going to repeat all of them. I agree with all of the cons I've heard tonight. But I also think that we should think about past experience. Also our teachers. I think the teachers, for the teachers that are here tonight, you're probably teaching in Winthrop Harbor schools because you like the small schools district rather than being into a larger district. There's more choice, more things that you can do on your own. But past experience does speak for our district as well. The children that have emanated from the Winthrop Harbor schools over the last several decades have had great success in their continuing education and life experiences. And I want to make sure that our schools continue to properly prepare our children for their next steps, be it high school and beyond, and to be the best that they can be and aspire to fulfill their dreams. And I'm not sure everybody in the other school districts do that. And I think Winthrop Harbor does it very well. Did I start with you?
Yeah.
Oh.
gone the whole loop yet?
Yeah.
We're on, well,
He's going to ask
she
you a
gets back.
question.
yes. Okay.
We'll give it back to you.
We have the very pleasant dilemma of being practically out of time because this event does go till 8:30, so it's now time, and we've kind of calculated giving everybody the minutes for people to have their closing statements. And this will give you afterward, the library will be closing at 9, but we have to have everybody out of the building at 9, so you can chat, mix and mingle, and do that afterward. So, Misty, you can start with the end, however that works.
Beginning of the year.
Well, first I want to say thank you for everybody that's come out tonight. I'm pretty proud to see such a big showing of Winthrop Harbor here tonight. I guess I just want to ask for your vote on April 5th, or, well, you can already do it tomorrow. But I think I'd be a great asset to this board. I have a lot of drive and passion to making the community a better place, and I thank you all for coming out and listening to us.
I'm asking you, as citizens of our wonderful community, for your support, who share concern about the welfare and future of our district, our children, and their education. I think the time has come for some new voices, representation on our school board, and so I hope you will act with that. I do want to tell you, I want to be part of that new voice that can be heard. I'm running for school board because I care about children. I care about our schools. I care about our community. I really feel that my diverse experience will help me be able to be an ambassador among the different groups that are stakeholders in our community, in our schools, in our district. My paper keeps blowing away here. Thank you. I'm asking you for your vote to work with me and the rest of whoever ends up being our board after April 5th. But I can tell you that I am very enthusiastic about serving our community. I absolutely hope to be an instrument of positive change to our community, to our children, to our staff. Should you elect me, I can tell you that all of my decisions are based on data and on fact. I look forward to working with the team to make us the best place we can.
First off, I'd like to thank all the voters of Winthrop Harbor for allowing me the privilege of serving on this board for almost 6 years. I hope to continue and serve another four-year term. The reason I like this community, I've lived here for 22 years, my family's here, my kids have grown up in this community, and I'd like to see our schools continue to thrive. Not just a place to put the kids, but somewhere where they can actually be something someday. And I want to thank you.
As a parent of a Winthrop Harbor District student, I must say we have wonderful teachers, and our academic program is very good. I have never said anything to minimize the great job being done, yet must magnify that we are all making financial sacrifices. This board needs to stop sacrificing our children's quality of school programs because of poorly made decisions over the past 2 years during a recession. In 2007, our country was very aware that we were entering this recession. Our school board did not feel that they would be among those affected and improved salary increases for teachers and administration, not just in 2008, but again in 2009. Was this preventable? Did anybody in the state of Illinois know there were financial problems? I think we all did know that the state of Illinois was in trouble. We live in a small town with small schools. Our teachers choose to teach here because we are a desirable district with active parents and citizens engaged in the welfare of the community. Teachers are fortunate to work for us. A school board must also be engaged in the welfare of the overall community and having nothing to gain but the pride of creating great schools. It is not the teachers' salaries that are the problem either. In my opinion, the teachers' union salary system and structure is broken. Teachers are made promises on what they will be given in years to come by a union that does not have a crystal ball. Magic happens when good relations between the union representatives and the community's elected school board can come to solutions that will benefit the children and the overall community. This is an attainable goal, and this is a fact. And I ask all of you Winthrop Harbor voters to vote for me and my running mate, David Tarola, on April 5th, because we will make objective decisions that will benefit the teachers, the children, and the community of Winthrop Harbor. Thank you.
I just want to thank the teachers for organizing this wonderful event and thank all the voters that came out. I'm going to keep this real short and sweet. I just encourage everyone to make sure they go out and vote, let their voice be heard, and to let you know I'd be absolutely honored to represent the community on the school board of District Number 1. Thank you.
Before I start with my closing, I just want to encourage you, as a board member, for the first 2 to 3 years that I was on the board, after we gave out awards, we were a board and no one else was there. We've been talking about this for years, not so much with details, but just these kinds of things. I mean, we didn't know exactly when things were going to come down from the state, but this isn't a last-minute thing that has just sparked emotion. I mean, these are things that we've been trying to somewhat deal with and plan for as best that we could since I've been on the board for the 3.5 years. I wasn't part of the board in the last referendum, but I know that the board has done a very good job with managing their money. And I just thank you and encourage you to come out to our board meetings so that this kind of productivity can continue and we can work together as a community to solve these issues. We're just 7 members on a board and trying to represent so many people. It can't be done. We need you to come to our board meetings. And I thank you for being here tonight. And for those that have been coming the last 6 months, thank you. Keep coming. So now on to my speech. Many of you here do not know me on a personal level, but I have a reputation of being an honest person with an honorable method of dealing with other people, board members, and the public. I am very passionate and a caring person with strong convictions, steadfast integrity, and godly morals. I am respectful of my position on the board, yet I am never afraid or shy to ask probing questions or offer suggestions or question the budgets. I treat this district's money with respect and consider every expenditure as it were coming out of my own pocket. I want a strong education system for my children and all the children of Winthrop Harbor. I do not play politics, and I do not have a hidden agenda. I am simply here serving in this voluntary position, doing what I feel is best for our kids and the district. I thank